Welcome to Orchid and Bee's Crochet channel, where you can find patterns anyone can do. Today we are going to focus on a tip and trick for making pom-poms. I'm going to show you how to make pom-poms in 3 different ways. It's easy, fun, and fast. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. For materials, you are going to need worsted weight yarn, fork, scissors, and a brush or comb. You see here that I have 2 strings that I have already pre-cut, laid out, and I have 3 strands of yarn that I'm going to be working with. To begin, I'm going to lay a piece of string between my ring finger and my middle finger, and then I'm going to grab my 3 strands of yarn. I'm just going to even them out a little bit, and I'm going to wrap them around my hand. The thickness of your pom-pom will depend on how many times you wrap this around. In this tutorial, I am wrapping it around approximately 20 times. One that you saw in the photo at the very beginning, the largest pom-pom, is around 60 times around. So you can play with it and get a good idea of how thick that you want. Once you have it wrapped around as many times as you want, pull your strings up around the center of it. You can slide it off and tie it, or you can begin to tie it just slightly before you pull it off of your hand. That is what you see me doing here. I'm just kind of pulling it down in the center before I slide it off of my hand. That will help hold it together. Now I'll slide the whole unit off of my hand. And now I'm going to tie a tight knot in the center. And you can wrap it around a couple times and tie it tighter if you'd like. Now I began cutting the loops on the 2 sides to begin making the pom-pom. Once you've gotten all your loops cut, you can begin fluffing out your pom-pom, and then you can trim it. As you can see with the 20 rounds wrapping the yarn around my hands, it doesn't make it as thick and fluffy. So this is kind of a looser, thinner pom-pom. So the more times you do it, the thicker it will be. Once you've got your pom-pom fluffed out, you can just take your scissors and trim it around the ends to get it even and to get as short or as long as you want the pom-pom pieces to be. And there you have it, your first pom-pom. Simple, quick, and easy. For the miniature pom-pom, we're going to use our fork. And you're going to lay your piece of yarn through the middle tine. And then with your 3 strands, you're going to do the same steps as you did with your fingers. You're just going to even out your yarn and wrap it around the fork as many times as you like. I think I did this one about approximately 15 times. And then do the same steps as before. Cut your yarn, and you're going to pull the piece of yarn that was in the middle of the fork up and over the center, and then place a knot in the center. Once you have it tied tightly in a knot, then you can take your scissors and begin cutting your loops on the 2 sides. Once you have all your loops cut, then you do the same as before. You just begin trimming your piece and getting it into a nice little rounded shape. It's kind of like landscaping. And there you have a miniature pom-pom. As you can see, here is our large pom-pom and miniature pom-pom right next to each other, so you can see there's a definite size difference. To give your pom-pom more of a faux fur look, all you have to do is take a little brush or comb and begin brushing out the fibers in your pom-pom. And you can easily get a little brush or comb from the Dollar Tree just to keep in your craft supply kit. But the more you brush, the more the fibers will become loose and become more like fur. So just continue brushing and brushing and brushing. And I'm going to pause the video while I'm brushing mine out, and then I'll show you what it looks like in just a moment. As you can see, the more you brush it, the more the fibers come apart and the more of a fur look it gets. You can continue to going with the brushing until you get it to the look that you desire. Once you get it brushed out to the point that you like it, then you begin fluffing it out, and you can take your scissors and begin giving it shape. It's a lot like landscaping, like I mentioned before. You just trim it until you get the circular shape that you like. Imagine all the different color combinations you can come up with, especially a rainbow look would look super pretty with those unicorn beanies that are popular right now. Just fluff and trim, fluff and trim. And there you have it, 3 types of pom-poms made in 3 different ways. Thank you for visiting this tutorial, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Please feel free to like and subscribe. You can also visit us at www.orchidandbees.com, where you can find more patterns, tips, and tricks. We also have a Facebook VIP group where you can also test new patterns and earn free pattern downloads. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.